A Ripple senior executive talks about price manipulation on February 20th. Get that date in your diary. The first step in that court case, SEC versus XRP. But why is it important? You're going to find out all in this video. But first, make sure you subscribe, smash the like button. Let's get into it. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Turbo Crypto channel. Like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all of your XRP content. But the market right now on a move. Bitcoin just broke 52,250, 1.12% up, and XRP is following suit, nearly 2% up in the last 24 hours. We're hitting 56 cents. But there is two big things I want to talk to you about in this video. David Schwartz and what he is talking about in reference to price manipulation, and February 20th, the end of the discovery phase, where we go to court with the SEC. Two big deals. But the price, 6.5 up on the week, looking very good indeed. So what are we talking about in this video? Well, like we said, David Schwartz coming out and giving his view on price manipulation. Now, this is something a lot of people have talked about. This was almost where that meme coin ends came from, XRP just being a stable coin. We talked about that yesterday in the World Bank stage of what that looks like for XRP. But ultimately, a lot of people believing that Ripple are manipulating the price. They remove XRP from the escrow, sell on the chart, and ultimately keep the price suppressed. Well, ultimately, he's come out, David Schwartz, the CTO, and given his view, and I quote, "I do not believe our scheduled XRP sales manipulate the price in any way. I am confident that we have made every effort to minimize the price impact of our scheduled sales." Now, it's important to reference that the sales of XRP are scheduled. They come out at set intervals as the escrow unlocks, all of which you can go and verify. You can see when those escrows do unlock and why, therefore, that is important. Ultimately, though, he did quote, and it says, the other day, Schwartz also clarified the concept of on-demand liquidity that Ripple uses in its international payment system. Sales associated with on-demand liquidity occur when someone wants to pay somewhere using Ripple payments, ultimately swapped from fiat into Ripple and then moved across. And it gives a good example here. It says, for example, if your person wants to send Mexican pesos, they can buy XRP from Ripple at the time they need to pay, send the XRP to a Mexican exchange the XRP for Mexican pesos, and then use a payment provider to make a Mexican local payment to the recipient. If Ripple receives back less XRP than was sold in this payment, they would have a net sale in conjunction with the ODL. Now, this is important as we talk about cross-border payments, as it has to be seamless. If we want to see big financial institutions, we want to see currency move through the XRPL and using native XRP, it has to be seamless. It has to work. There has to be liquidity, enough of it sat on exchanges. So it almost verifies the fact that, well, why would they suppress the price? Why would they keep the price down? And ultimately, why would be something so tangible in the blockchain be so visible to everybody that they would continue to sell the price? So important to reference David Schwartz there, getting rid of any question that the price is manipulated by XRP. But we have bigger news than that. Gary Gensler in the shadows, always waiting for that next potential to have a go at XRP or cryptocurrency in general. Now, February 20th is the first day of a list of about 5 dates that are going to be important for anyone holding XRP as we move towards a potential April 29th court case with the SEC. Now, what are we talking about in this one? Well, this is the discovery phase. This is ultimately on the back of the SEC winning that slight advantage to look at some of the Ripple financial statements. Ultimately, what is the discovery phase? Well, the discovery is the formal process by which the parties to the case in court exchange information about the case. This includes information about witnesses, evidence to be presenting at the trial. The purpose is to make the parties aware of evidence that may be presented at trial. Well, if you think about what it is that we've been talking about, it has to be those court cases and those financial statements. It says here, the looming deadline has ignited the search for game-changing evidence in the Ripple versus SEC battle. Both sides have scrambled for leverage as the discovery phase nears its end, shaping their final arguments, and the final decision has hinged on undisclosed information that legal tactics leaving the future clouded. No one really knows as to what they've got, if they have anything. This is the important part. The road to February 20th has been paved with intense legal maneuvering. In November, the SEC served Ripple with 9 interrogations, that 3 requests to produce the documents. These were these financial documents that ultimately Ripple argued against and said it wasn't wasn't relevant in terms of the XRP sales for institutions. So again, we'll see how this plays out. February 20th, we'll get all that information in. That will all go to the court case and we'll see what happens. Why does it matter? Ultimately, it potentially is a critical turning point for the court case. If nothing is done about these documents, then we're on the motorway to success. If they are, and there's a remedy or a change it, well, then we could ultimately see the different approach from both the SEC and XRP. We'll keep you up to date on what that looks like. But XRP price, however, not taking the worst turn. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. This 200 exponential moving average do look like we are retesting once again. As you can see, the market's having a good little bit of a move right now. Likewise, we saw the tightening of the Bollinger Bands with that then push to the upside. So a lot, I think, coming this week. I talked about this in my live stream. We went through this Bitcoin chart. I think we are in for a pretty good move on Bitcoin this week. If you look at our trend and you look at back in November and December 21, you can kind of form similar patterns. If you're interested in that, definitely tune into our live streams, 4 p.m. Eastern every single day other than Saturdays here. You can definitely see that. I think XRP will follow suit, especially if we get some good news on Feb 20th, maybe coming from Brad Garlinghouse. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Ultimately, 2 big things there for Ripple. As always, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. It truly helps out as well if you turn that notification bell on, and hit the like button. Drop a comment down below as always. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care.